So welcome back everyone to another adventure of Kymani and me. So this time we took on a 5,300km trip through Transkei and Lesotho. That's Murray, he rides the Africa Twin, and we actually met for the first time for this ride. So what an absolute legend he is. Just want to shout out, what a legend. So our first day's ride was connecting Cape Town to Wilderness. Here we are arriving at the Malgas Pont. That's used to be the only hand-drawn pont in South Africa. Unfortunately changed in 2020, became mechanical, but it started in 1860. So it's got a lot of heritage, this pont here. And then the gap there is 120 meters long. So that took us then over from the west side to the east, and we kept on going. So these are all farm roads on the south of the N2 highway, and where we crossed over was at Riversdale. So then from there we headed up more north, and we continued with the farm roads. So such an epic sight. And I was in the front mostly because the tracks for Africa, I've got all those tracks on my GPS, and Murray didn't have that loaded, so he had to follow me in my dust. A few times he went past. But so fun, little twisties on the gravel, just got to counterbalance there a little bit. And here we entered into the wilderness area. So my friend owns a piece of natural indigenous forest up there. We went to go visit him, and he took us for a little walk through. There's a little millipede, beautiful, and then he's been clearing some of the alien vegetation. And yeah, there's the ladies nicely and ready. Oh, such a fun one. So we arrived at the first night's accommodation. This is called Wildfarm. It's on the top of the hill in Wilderness, the Garden Route, South Africa. This is our little campsite for the evening. And there you can see the tents are set up. And that's a nice little deck there with the restaurants and bar. There's a beautiful view. And there's a view down towards the Indian Ocean. So this is the Garden Route, South Africa, Wilderness. Beautiful, look at that. Yeah, me and Murray had a few nice drinks. This is the next morning. We started up the ladies and got them ready for the next day's adventure. So we were making our way from Wilderness. You can see the beautiful view there. And the evening's accommodation was at the Baviaanskloof. So this is all part of the route. We did the 7 passes. Komsepad Pass, just on the north of Knysna. And this is now all in the Knysna forest. So beautiful riding. I was still in the front there putting the tracks, and this is Komsepad. Beautiful, look at that. So fun, eh? So fun riding in the forest and seeing all those shadows pop out like that. It's just a feeling you can't explain. So we were making our way up now a little bit more to the north, and yes, see, so fun. I was in the front mostly. Oh man, it was like look at that, I'm just reliving it. This is us now arriving at the, they call it Spitzkop. It's a viewpoint that essentially looks over the whole of the garden route. I do cover this in some of my other movies as well, but it's such a special place that we had to go up there. There's Murray, he was up there first, and such a lovely spot. So we had a little break, enjoyed the view. There you can see the road that we came in on. That's from the south side. And then, I just took in the whole scene here. I mean, look at that. You can see the Indian Ocean in the bottom there. And this is all now looking down to the south, obviously. And then that's up to the north, the Otanequa Mountains. That's the route we were still riding. And so special, eh? This is us now leaving. And we were making our way up to a proper lunch, because we knew that dinner for that evening was going to be quite basic. But look how fun that is, going through all those shadows of the tree. Oh man, so fun. It's also nice following someone. It's always nice to see their style of riding. And this is now called The Deck at the Vlucht. They're quite famous for their pizzas, wood-fired pizzas. I opted for a nice one with some avocado, nice and creamy. And this is us now entering more the mountains of the Baviaans. And then we started seeing a few of the water crossings. So a few of these ones are normally quite dry, which meant that we were in for a good one the next day. Because the next day we are heading through the Baviaans. So good. You can see here is coming into the mountainside. That area has got a beautiful echo. And some of these not so deep there, but at the next day it got deep. And also the water is quite muddy, so you can't see really. And in the 4x4 cars, they would actually dig little trenches. So sometimes it can become a little tricky getting through there. It was quite fun. All part of the adventure. I went straight for good old splasheroonie there. And this is us now entering the next accommodations campsite road. That's literally the road taking you to the campsite. And there's another little water crossing. You can see a lot of rain came down over that December time. So we left on the 20th. This is the 21st of December. This is now the campsite we reached. And they're right next to the restrooms there, which is nice and easy. And we got a fire going nice and early. And there's a little sausage we bride. That's my little grid I take with me on trips. Now guys, so I hope you enjoyed part 1, and I'll see you guys in the next part.